All right, let's finish this off with Scream 4, Screamiestist. I don't know. You know, I don't know if it was just because like I'd watched so many already in a row and what, but like I think that the things that may have pissed me off in the last few is just like I was so used to them by this point. I was just kind of like, okay, like stupid things would happen and it'd just be like, it's kind of par for the course with these kinds of movies. So I just took it better in stride, I guess. And I don't really have a ton negative to say that isn't just obvious stuff. So I guess technically this is my favorite of the four. I definitely didn't find myself like rolling my eyes as much or, you know, yelling at the screen. I don't yell at the screen, but you know what I mean. There was moments where I'm just like, why would she do that? This is stupid. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this. This movie starts off with a couple hot chicks discussing Jigsaw and Saw 4, which I was, you know, that was awesome. I love the Saw franchise. So I was like, all right. And then we get the Stab 6, Stab 7 movie within the movie, which was pretty funny. I mean, when Kristen Bell stabs the chick, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be yet another movie within the movie, which I just thought was funny and cute, and it made me laugh. So I liked that opening. It was like 3 openings in a row. And speaking of hot chicks, this movie's just filled with them. Jesus, there's one in every fucking scene. There's like one around every corner. This is like a hot chickathon. And then it's got like my number one crush right now is Emma Roberts. So this definitely has the hot chick factor. But yet again, 4 screams in a row. And they actually even make a joke about it in this movie, that there is no nudity. I don't know if that's just like a Wes Craven trademark. Has there been nudity in a Wes Craven movie? I'm sure there has. I'm blanking on it at the moment. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that. I just thought about that. Anyway. Oh, wait. I think there's some in Shocker. Never mind. Okay. Anyway. There was this line in the movie. I don't know what it was. It just made me laugh so hard. And he's on the phone with Sydney and he says, I'm gonna slice off your eyelids so you can't blink while I stab you in the face. I just thought it was so ridiculous, and just something like my brother and I would say to each other. We always try to like one up each other, just taking things to the more ridiculous level. I really liked the end of this where Emma Roberts' character, Emma Roberts, you know, obviously this is spoilers. I don't know. Anyway. Spoilers. When Emma's character in this is fucking brutal, man. She is just like clubbing people right and left, stabbing. It just like when the reveal happens, I just was like, damn, this chick. And then she goes and annihilates herself. Like she didn't just do one little thing. Like she like scratched herself. She had her hair ripped out. Then she fucking stabbed herself against the wall. Then she smashed her head into the fucking picture frame. Then she threw herself through the table. It was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, you could have checked to see if Sydney was still alive. That was stupid. And then her trying to go and kill Sydney at the end. I mean, that's all just so stupid. But it's pretty much cliche, typical horror shit. One thing I did appreciate about this movie, because I kind of complained about it in the last 3, was the explanation for why was really trimmed down this time. It was kind of just like, I did it because I want to be famous. The end. Like, it was really quick fire. It didn't have to be some like 10-minute, I'm so smart, aren't you impressed by how brilliant my plan was? It was just kind of like, I'm a jealous little bitch and I want your fame. Like, try following in your footsteps. The end. It was quick and I liked that. It was kind of just, there you go. All right, moving on. So I didn't mind that. We find out in this movie that Robert Rodriguez supposedly directed the first Stab movie. I was surprised that it was attached to the first Stab film, because, yeah, they never reveal who supposedly directed it, but we get that. Yeah, as I said, I don't really have a ton to say about this one. I liked Dewey. Was actually, I could take Dewey more seriously in this one. In the last three, he just was such a goofball. But in this one, he actually seemed like a man, you know, and it was refreshing. I feel like Gail's character is not really a huge part of this movie. She just feels there. I don't know. She's just there, and then she's stabbed, and then she's gone. And so I'm guessing she didn't want to have a huge part in this. Maybe they just wrote it that way, but it just felt like she was in this movie for like 5 minutes. Even Sydney's part was sidelined. I mean, this was really more the kids' movie than anybody. So, yeah, I wasn't as annoyed with anybody. You know, I think I was getting into that in the last three. There was just these characters. I mean, I'm glad Randy was gone, because you guys know, if you've watched my other ones, I'm just not a fan of that guy. And we kind of had the Randy replacements with these like dual kids. You know, we got the gay one, and then the one who's supposedly like, after he finally gets Hayden, he's like finally gets her, but then he like stabs her. And he's like, "It's too late. I was around you for 4 years." Like, it was really. And then he, you know, kisses Emma, and it's like, all right, we're all over the place here. Who are you into? So it was, you know. But as I said, I guess this one just, I don't know, played it more safe than the other ones. I guess the other ones just like put more goofiness and put more like parody into it, and I guess that just didn't work for me. And so with this one, it was just kind of more of a traditional horror movie for the most part. It felt like a horror movie, like a traditional horror movie with Scream elements kind of sprinkled in. Like the whole meta part, except for the opening, the whole meta stuff didn't really feel all that in your face. It wasn't just constantly being like thrown at you. Like, oh my God, this is a movie. Like, and we know it's a movie, and we're going to keep quoting that we are in a movie. You know, it really didn't do that a whole bunch. I mean, they have the kids in the film school thing, and they're talking about like the new rules and whatnot. But it's quick, like it's super fast, and it's not like, you know, as I said, it's not like in your face. It's not just overabundant, and it was nice. Honestly, I was just kind of like, yeah, this is better. It's not as on the nose as something like the last one. The last one was just a straight up, like it felt like an installment in the Scary Movie franchise. It was almost like it was parodying Scream. Scream is a parody of horror movies, and then Scream 3 is a parody of Scream 1 and 2. So it was like meta on top of meta. And then this one really dialed it down, and that helped dramatically for me. So I think that's why this will end up being, or is, I guess. You know, weird though, I might as well talk about this because I probably won't do a video on it. I might with the next season, whenever that comes out. But I actually enjoy the Scream television series. That one, I don't know what it is about that, but I've watched both seasons of that, and I enjoy it. I think it's just, it's not as in your face as these are. And I end up enjoying those way more than these. So call me crazy, but I actually enjoy the MTV Scream series considerably more than these films. So I will be in the minority on that. Next series that I review, though, is going to be a series I love or like, so I don't sit here bitching. I don't like to be that guy, but yeah. So I have a special little thing planned for Halloween. I have a video that I want to do. So I'm going to work on that here in the next couple of days to have it drop on Halloween. So anyway, thanks for sitting through all 4 of these. I know that this isn't my favorite series, and I know a lot of people love these, so this is kind of, it's hard to do because it's like, you know, it's I'm in that weird place where it's like, I know people love these movies and here I am bashing them. And I didn't mean to overly bash them. I just gave my honest opinion of these and how I felt towards them, which is the only, you know, which is what I will always do. I'm not here to win popularity. Like, I'm here to tell you my thoughts, and, you know, so that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, I'm done with this series. Yay. Moving on.